Yeah, Michelle, do me a favor. Hold on my calls, and if it's the Coco Twins, go ahead and tell them that I'll call them back. I just got a little bit of business that I need to take care of. Hi, I'm David Troy, Mega Manager, in case you've been living under a rock. And as a result of what happened at the last UIPW show, in which my presentation that I not only was promised but paid for was so rudely interrupted by the motards of the East LA Boys and Girls Club, a couple of things had to have happened. First, UIPW management has already been contacted by my attorneys, and I will be receiving restitution. Not only for the deplorable way that they treated me, but for pain and suffering. Second, the last UIPW show marked the inaugural David Troy Invitational Battle Royal, and unfortunately, it didn't go off without a hitch. So, the things that need to be discussed will be discussed first, and certainly least, Oso Loco. Oso, this was the David Troy Invitational Battle Royal, and while I know that you have trouble with words that are more than two syllables, I'll break it down for you. Invitational means somebody needs to invite you to the event in order for you to be entered in the event. Now, no one invited you to the David Troy Invitational Battle Royal. I should know I'm David Troy, but rather than be all upset about it, I decided that I was going to play one of the aces up my sleeve, seeing as how I am David Troy, Mega Manager, and the card that I played against you was one that I played a few times before, successfully. All I had to do was put a bounty on your head, kid. That's it. A bounty. And when David Troy puts bounties on people's heads, please believe somebody's always there to collect. Now, while my master, the Warhawk, was the one who eliminated you from the Battle Royal, as we all knew he would, there are two guys who, on paper, don't look like they belong in David Troy Mega Management, but decided that they were going to get that entrepreneurial spirit. Decided that they were going to take it upon themselves to get to that next level. Of course, I'm talking about Buddy Love and the Big Homie Double. Now, when they drug your carcass from the backstage area, I was a little bit curious. When they pulled the table out from underneath the ring, I started to get goosebumps up and down my arm. And when Buddy Love went up to that top rope and drove his elbow through your rotting, stinking carcass, oh, I got chills up and down my spine. I still do. Every time I watch that footage, I've had to have seen it at least a couple of hundred times. Like, I can't go to sleep without watching that footage. That's how comforting it is to me to know that not only are you out of UIPW, not only are you out of professional wrestling, but you are out of my life, Oso Loco. Hopefully for good. So, at the last show, I was going to present you two boys with something other than the restitution I presented you with backstage, but I didn't get a chance to present you with this. This is more than just my business card, fellas. This is your ticket into anywhere you want to go in the world of professional wrestling. You flash this, you flash my name, you get into doors that you didn't even know existed. And let me tell you something. At the next UIPW show, I will present this to you personally, as well as my undying gratitude. Now, on to another matter, which I'm going to have to drink for. El Chocolate, a.k.a. Sean Heads. This guy has some kind of superhero complex. He just won't go away. He's like a pimple on prom night. He just pops up at the wrong time and just will not go away no matter what I do. Now, he first entered my life when Oso Loco was getting beaten to death by me and the Manchester Warhawk. He decided he was going to play hero and interrupted. Now, that backfired in his face because my Manchester Warhawk defeated him cleanly in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. But that wasn't enough. This guy had to come out to my Invitational Battle Royal and muck things up. You see, the David Troy Invitational Battle Royal was supposed to accomplish two things. A, it was supposed to be a sort of impromptu scouting report for talent. And two, it was supposed to be a kind of coming out party for my Manchester Warhawk. He was supposed to run through the competition and win it, and then go on and get his title shot and bring championship gold back to David Troy Mega Management. Now, unfortunately, that didn't happen. Some guy named Kayam ruined those plans for me, and now he's on the list. But he's not at the top. You are, Sean. That is the last place you ever want to be. Because not only did you pull my master's tights when you went toppling over the top towards your elimination, you injured me in the process, and boy, you did not want to do that. You see, now I'm thinking mentally about the things my master will do to you physically that will break you down emotionally. And if you think I'm just mouthing at you, kid, you should ask around about David Troy, Mega Manager, and the Master Warhawk. I'm done talking.